Hi there. So we're going to try something a little bit differently with these critiques tonight. I am going to be doing some screen captures and video recordings. So we're going to try this out. If you guys like it, let me know. If you don't like it and you hate it and you hate seeing my face up here in the corner, let me know. I imagine that as I focus on this, my face will get worse and I'll look dumber. So just be prepared for that. But let's get into it. Okay, Luiz. So we have this image, much better than the previous example. I love the camera angle as I did the last time. Candles are looking much better. Like reading that reference really helped you out. I pulled up a candle here just so we can kind of see and talk about a few things. And we'll just start off right there. So one of the things that I noticed when looking into it, it's really cool how you're getting this translucency down here in the candle base, and we're able to see a little bit of the light passing through it. It just feels a little bit extra strong. Like if you look at this one, this is like a birthday candle size candle, and it's only going just a fraction of the way down into it. So I think if I was you, I would try and limit that amount of penetration on the transmittancy of this shader, and I think that'll help it out a lot. The other thing that I'm noticing is you've got two large shapes here in the foreground, and they're both a little bit dark and heavy, and we need to kind of lighten them up and beauty light them a little bit. So what I would do is I would take, and I know it probably would not quite reach this far, but with these guys here, I would consider putting a little bit of like a rim light kind of key light on them on this side. I know technically it's not accurate, but it's almost like this. A couple things with the outside. One is I think you're doing a cool job of getting some depth of field. Like this cabinet looks blurry and a little bit out of focus, but this line right here seems real sharp. And I'm wondering if I just check your Z depth pass and make sure that it's being blurred properly, because it looks like right in here it's getting sharper than anywhere else on that plane going back into space. I think your sky color and value is pretty good. I'm happy with where those are. I would just say that let's take this cloud and move it upward a little bit, just because it looks like it's on the horizon line and it's like a big fluffy cloud. Feels a little unnatural. I just would want to see it up a little bit higher. I mean, it just kind of feels like we inside the house are positioned up in the clouds, like we're looking out evenly at this big cumulus cloud out there. So I would just lift it up this way so we can kind of maybe see the bottom of it, and a little bit more of the sky. Speaking of the sky, you're getting, it's dark, but you're definitely getting some saturation in the blues there. And I think that I would want to see some of those blue values entering here in the foreground a little bit, because I was looking at some reference, and like even in this reference, this candle is very warm and glowy. Oh, that's one other thing, maybe a little bit extra glow around these candles, and just softening of the lines around the edges here. But if so the candle light is very warm, the environment light is very cool because it's a blue evening thing going on. Right now, all of the colors are a little bit, we're a little desaturated on them, which is totally fine. because it's almost like the shot is color balanced for the warms of the candles. So the candles are almost looking white, which is totally fine. I would just expect to see a little bit more of those blues popping out. So what I would do is, if you have any sort of fill light or ambient light bouncing around there, just like stuff that's kind of getting up into these corners, I would just give it a little bit more of a saturated cool. Give it a try, see what it looks like. It just feels like there's all either neutral light or warm light in this room, and it'd be cool to get some cooler tones in there as well to help balance it out. Additionally, I would just check out to see what's causing these vertical kind of sharp shadows right here. I would just check in to see what's going on there. It's hard for me to tell just looking at this one angle. I feel like there's a light below with a small radius that's casting a bit of a sharp edge shadow, so I would look into that and try and just soften that up a little bit. I mean, the lighting itself is looking pretty good. I wouldn't adjust that too much. But let's see just a few other last things. These pots are getting a little hot. Not a big deal. Really liking the shaping that we're getting on the table here. This kind of specular highlight here, the way that the candlelight is falling off from here to here is very, very pretty. This little bit of light on here, on the plates, on the silverware. The silverware is looking a little bit cool. I maybe just warm that up a little bit. Like, you know, the way that the cup is specky but warm. The silverware seems oddly cool. I don't know why. But I would just do that. Watch the tabletop here so that doesn't get too bright. I think, like, yeah, so it would kind of feel more along this tone. Maybe a little bit brighter than that, but not quite that super bright there. Other than that, I feel like this is going in a good direction. Keep going, keep pushing. If you have questions, let me know. And again, let me know about my little box here in the corner if you hate that, if you like it, and we will go from there. All right, happy lighting.